Many of us here at Geek-E are fans of Inuyasha, so when we heard that Inuyasha Final Act was finally out, we were ecstatic. First, for full disclosure, we were only given 13 episodes of Inuyasha Final Act, so we do not know how it ends or what happens beyond episode 13. That being said, let's get into this review of Inuyasha Final Act. Visually, Inuyasha Final Act is much better than the original series. It's easy to see that they took their time to create a higher quality show, and it reflects in the animation. We were given a Blu-ray to review this show, and I can say that in our opinion, due to the HD quality of the episodes, you should get the Blu-ray rather than the DVD. The audio tracks are 2.0 stereo DTS HDMA tracks. Everything sounds crisp and clear, but the lack of 5.1 tracks is a bit disappointing. There is nothing special to the tracks, but they do work for the episodes themselves, and it does not affect anything. For these reasons, we give the audio-video portion a 9 out of 10. Inuyasha Final Act is much different from the original series. For example, in the original, you could miss out on an episode here or there and not miss out on too much. In Final Act, however, you will miss out on something important if you do not watch every episode, as far as each episode seems like you're still watching the original. It's also important to note that unlike the original series, each episode in Final Act plays an important role in the storyline. Again, I only saw 13 episodes of the series, but each episode gives insight into how Inuyasha Final Act and the Inuyasha franchise itself finally ends. There are some differences though. For example, Kagome and Sesshomaru have different voice actors. This time, Kagome is played by Kira Tozier, and Sesshomaru is played by Michael Dangerfield Hall.
Feel free to give me a hand.
The new voice actors, in my opinion, do not take away from the story, but this may be jarring to some fans of the original. It's also worth noting that if you have not seen the original series, you may be confused about not only what is going on, but who exactly the characters are. My suggestion would be to watch the original before watching Final Act. The original is 167 episodes, but in my opinion, is worth the watch. The characters in Final Act don't seem to change from the original, but we do get to see how they progress as the series continues. For example, Moroku, the lecherous monk, learns he has limitations and must make a choice, to use the wind tunnel wisely or lose the one thing that is important to him. One fascinating character that shows up is Sesshomaru's mother. I learned that she is also a dog demon, and well, she's not dead as some seem to think on the internet. From what I have learned about Sesshomaru's father from the original series, he seems to have inherited his mother's personality, and you get to see how he has developed from what his personality used to be. Again, seeing the original helps when watching Final Act. The extras include production sketches and storyboards. Not much here to warrant coverage or a score. Overall, the content of Inuyasha Final Act makes the series interesting, and there are no boring aspects to the episodes. Unfortunately, there is a high barrier to entry for Final Act if you have not seen the original series. This is why I give the content an 8 out of 10. Overall, the content of Inuyasha Final Act makes the series interesting, and there are no boring aspects to the episodes. The lack of extras, surround sound, and high barrier to entry take off a couple of points, but I still recommend you give the show a try. This is why, overall, I give Inuyasha Final Act an 8 out of 10. We hope you have enjoyed this review from us here at Geek-E Inc. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as always, you can find us online at geekyinc.com. You can also follow on Twitter at Geek-E Inc. and on Facebook by going to facebook.com/geekyinc. Thank you for watching this review of Inuyasha Final Act.